Yeah, we're gonna record also, so just in case. Hi.
Presentation. We get a group photo.
There are some open seats up here in our little amphitheater. Feel free to have a squat.
I don't bite them, they're most long.
All right, so we've done this past couple years. Who here knows what this is from past years? Who is new to the holiday party and has no idea what's about to happen? Awesome.
How many of you is this your first time event for IGDA Twin Cities at all?
All right.
How many of y'all heard of us from Eventbrite? How many from just searching up IGDA or game dev community? Oh yeah. How many were none of the things that I just said?
Sam will go to each of you one by one.
Yes.
And find out.
Come up to me and please tell me where you heard about us from. Because I'm very.
Where are you from? How did you hear about us?
I know Martin's.
Okay, well.
Let it up. Very, very, very valid. Who else was in the other category? Yes.
I did a game jam in college, and afterwards I sent a first game jam email suggesting like this chapter as a resource.
Oh yeah. Wow. Word.
Did we miss somebody?
I saw other hands.
My wife was trying to get me to leave the house. So.
Thank you for being here. Amazing. Well, thank you everybody who has shown up. It is so wonderful. This is, I think, the biggest holiday party I've ever seen by far.
We did a head count, and it's many of you.
Yeah. At least 4, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it started. Order of operations, we're going to talk a little bit about how the year went. So for folks who have been to a lot of events, this might give you a broader view as to how the organization's been doing and working for you. And for people who are new, this is going to be all new to you. We're going to do some acknowledgements and thanks for the people and organizations that helped us get some stuff done this year. Talk a little bit about what's coming up at the early part of 2026 to get excited about the next few events. And then Sam's going to MC with Kieran all the 2025 community-made games that we could figure out happened or told us about.
Yeah.
We're going to highlight them, talk about them. It's the first time we've done this, which is great. Kieran suggested this a while back, and it's very cool to have this. And there's also like a little surprise in there, so stay tuned for that. And then, of course, pizza. Pizza's done and dusted. We got rid of it all. I think we might have gotten enough this year.
Okay.
We didn't expect so many of you.
This is a good problem to have.
Yes.
So this is our fault.
100%. If you ate pizza, it's your fault. It's gone. We got a thing that I've been doing the past couple years, the Actually Trivia game, which uses these Move controllers, which is great if you want a chance to touch a Move controller. It might be the only opportunity. That's happening after this. We also have VR set up, Velociblaster, which stand in line for that. And then, we got tabletop games, stuff you've been doing for the past hour, you know the drill. All right, here we go. We have a big list of accomplishments this year. The board keeps track of what we've done so we can reflect back and brag to you at this time of year, and I'm going to go through some of it. We started raising money for this community, which is still kind of new to us. We started at last year's holiday party. We announced the nonprofit that can actually take your money. And we raised enough money that evening to pay for this party. I think just barely, with the extra pizza.
Yeah.
And I'll talk a little bit more about those efforts later on. Global Game Jam 2025, we had 57 jammers, 18 games. if you don't count universities, because that's like cheating, you guys, we were the third largest site in the United States, which is pretty exciting. So we're hoping to do another big one coming up. You'll hear about that in a moment. We did elections for the program committee again at the top of last year, and which means that everyone currently serving on the board is an elected member under that system. So that's pretty exciting for us in a logistical, nerdy way. We also did something specific, which we declared the IGDATC board, which is the board of the chapter. We decided as a group to become, as well, a subcommittee of Nice Games Alliance, the nonprofit that we started. So basically, our independence from IGDATC is now as official as it's going to be. We still have the relationship with IGDATC. We are still the Twin Cities chapter, but basically we are free of any restrictions that has put on us the past years, which I talked about in depth last year, and you probably know a little bit about that. We're making continued progress on all of that. It's very slow, but we're pretty excited about the steps we've made so far. We had new monthly events this year, 2 brand new events. Jam Night, which is a co-working event. Eric and Trenton host that one. And then Game.Wave. Rob, where's Rob? Really exciting. More events, more types of events. That's a huge win for the community. We also got some new event locations, VR meetings at the new REM 5.
All right.
Which, as I've heard, has gone great. And then we're partnering with 2D HQ for our game dev meetings, which we started last summer, I guess?
I think
Sometime in the year, and that's gone pretty well too. There's some growing pains, but we're like, we have a home there now. We also started spending a little bit of the money that we've been raising, and the first thing we did is we started up a volunteer stipend program. So the volunteers that run our events now get a little bit of money to help. That's the $20 we gave Steven speaking.
Take notes!
It's not much, and we're limiting it now to volunteers who are not also on the board, but we're hoping that if we have sustainable sources of income, that we can make that larger, more permanent, and that can, help if you want to get some food, or you want to, or if we need to rent a space, or if there's any cost associated with running an event, we want to help make that a little bit better, and we're starting to do that now. We had our first summer potluck this year. Beth, I believe, spearheaded that, if I'm not wrong. That went really, really great. Huge success. We represented the community at events in town and out of town, including 2DCon, Minibar, MDev, and we did Ludum Dare as an organization. Eric spearheaded that.
clap a lot, y'all.
Positive feedback all around. Sam, you said we got some really good feedback from folks about how our community is run, right?
Yeah, some really stellar feedback from some established folks who had never been to an event before and were very happy about how welcoming it is.
Yeah.
So props to all of y'all who made it very welcoming.
Are you talking about MDev?
Just one of the game dev meetups.
MDev, Minnesota is like events every week. What do y'all do?
I was just about to say, one of the reasons why we have, I think, a successful community is not just the organization, but it's the culture we've started. So Trenton's proving us a little bit wrong there, but we have a welcoming culture, and everybody is invited and included, and that's something that is down to everyone who participates. So that's a big win for everybody. As Nice Games Alliance, we started researching and applying for grant funding, which is really where we want to make our money. We're happy to take all your money, but ideally we want to take arts organizations' money. That's what we really want. And we're starting that process now. We've got something that we're waiting to hear back from pretty soon, so fingers crossed on that. Everybody cross your fingers on that.
Yeah.
We started developing more deeper relationships with more local orgs this year, so more to come on that. The last big thing we did this year, Sam and I did together, which we started the Game Dev Community Federation, which is not something you need to worry about. It's a Discord server that hosts all of the leaders from different organizations like ours. So right now there is 12 Midwest game dev organizations that are part of that group. We're chatting, we're sharing tips, and we're giving each other advice, and we're also planning some stuff as a group. And we've got something big that we're sort of working on now. Way too early to say anything about, but it's already bearing fruit. Way too early to say anything about it. But that's been really successful. Just talk to people from Chicago and Ohio and all over the place. It's really, really great. Okay, so I leave a slide for this every year, some less exciting updates. It's not all rah-rah, it's mostly rah-rah. But we had a big 2024 for merch sales. The first time we tried to raise some money is we made t-shirts and sold them. We sold almost nothing in 2025. So I think it might be because we asked for your money directly. It could be because people who wanted a shirt bought a shirt. I'd actually be curious to hear, do people maybe not know? We didn't do as much pushing for it this year.
It's because of the name. Do we want to keep IGDA? We want to keep ESK?
Yeah, could be.
Just get one with the logo.
So
What's the biggest reason?
we've had some conversations about doing another tack with merch, which is to, rather than do, right now we do the Amazon merch store, which is pretty simple and the quality's pretty good. We're thinking about doing a more curated storefront of our own, that we could have local games have their merch on there. We can handle some of the overhead. Details are hazy, but we're thinking about that. If that's something you're interested in helping us set up, or you have opinions on, come find board members and chat about it. Again, this year we weren't able to hold regular volunteer meetings. That's something we wanted to do, and I was doing the slides for this, and I was like, oh, last year I said we didn't do enough of that. Well, we didn't do enough of it this year either. So just to bring that out, and I think that's because the board is kind of stretched thin. We've all sort of taken a crack at volunteer coordinating, but it's hard to do. If somebody is actually interested in being a volunteer coordinator, I think that can, make a lot of people's energy, because I think a lot of people want to do stuff, but don't know what to do. And so if we can get some help on directing people, that would be great. So if that's you, or you have suggestions on how to make that happen, let us know. Individual contributions to Nice Games Alliance exceeded expectations. So thank you to everyone who's donated any amount. But we haven't yet secured grant funding. So that's normal. We're still very new at it, so it's not like that unexpected, but it would have been nice if we had gotten something there. So that has not happened yet. All right, so that's the bummer slide. 2025 by the numbers. Again, we held 60 public events this year, which is pretty exciting. That puts us like way at the top of any organization like ours. I'm sure we're counting duplicates and we're missing some people, but we have about 1,000 attendees across all those events, which is pretty exciting. We stream a lot of our events. We've had 2,300 remote views, totaling 390 hours, which is pretty bad for a YouTube channel, but pretty good for what we're doing. So we also have 2 new programming committee members who were elected this year, and 2 new members emeritus. So one of the fun things about doing an elections process is that we have a rotating leadership, which means that there are more people who leave the board who have experience, who can be volunteers, who are still part of this community. So that cohort is growing, which is pretty exciting, as well as the fresh blood. So if you want to be part of that committee, elections are coming up, so details on that to come. And the big slide number, which you've probably been staring at since I went to this slide, we've raised $7,000 from individual contributions, which is a lot more than we thought. To give some context to this, most of the actual money came from one-time donations, very large amounts from individual people. But most of the actual donations came from recurring monthly contributions, which is more sustainable. And they range from $10 to $50. No one's giving us less than $10 a month who's giving us money every month, which is pretty exciting. But it doesn't mean that you have to do that if you're interested. You can give us $1 a month if you want. Or if you've just got some cash laying around that you'd like to get rid of right now, you can do a one-time donation. So,
Patreon perks?
what?
Do we get any Patreon perks for it?
No, none of that, but we also don't have to give any of our revenue to Patreon. Okay, some acknowledgements, thanks. You've seen some of this at our meetings, but we like to bring it up as much as possible. We're an all-volunteer organization. This is your board. If you're interested in serving on the board, which is we're calling the programming committee in terms of Nice Games Alliance, the elections are coming up this year. Details about that are going to be in January at the January Game Dev meeting. I do a little nerdy presentation on how that process works. Basically, nominations in January, voting starts in February, and we're actually going to do the election in April this year because GDC is in the middle of the March meeting. So all that details, more of that's to come in January. We also have volunteers. So big round of applause for folks who contributed any amount of their time or energy. If you want to be a volunteer, it's a really simple process. All you have to do is anything. Talk to a board member, talk to somebody else and say, hey, I'm interested in helping out, whether it's what can I do, or I have an idea of what I want to do. We're happy to take any energy you've got and hopefully we can direct it, something we're trying to get better at. Now, if you want your photo on this slide, you've got to DM Sam or Beth or send a message in the volunteers channel, because right now the ceremonial clearing of the volunteer photos They're all gone now. I'm sorry, if you want to get back up there, folks, you gotta volunteer again in 2026.
You can update your headshot if you want. Use the same one.
Yep.
Up to you.
All right, these are our event sponsors. These are the folks who we've raised some money. We don't have enough money to rent space still, but these places let us use their space for free. It's how we can operate this organization. So these are the 4 places that currently host our monthly events. They offer various services. Please patronize these businesses if it suits you to thank them for providing their space to...
What is Noble Robot again?
Noble Robot is my co-working space. Rent a desk at Noble Robot if you'd like. Best neighborhood in the city.
Are there desks available?
There are desks available. Well, Trent, now equal time law requires that now we have to talk about each of these.
Cyber sale on desks.
Anyway, these are all valued partners, and I speak not for me, but to all of our events. It's how we can do this, beg, borrowing, and stealing, and even though we're now raising money, this is still a very important part. So thank you to these places. Nice Games Alliance, I've talked about it a bit already, but we still do really want your money. So if you can give it to us, that'd be great. Nicegames.org is the place to do that. You can sign up. What's nice about the service we use is 100% of your donation goes to our organization. No one takes anything off the top. You get a tax deductible receipt if you're into that sort of thing. And because of the way the organization is set up, your money must further the mission of the organization. It doesn't belong to the people who run it.
What's the mission?
The mission is to promote and develop game development and interactive arts as a practice, and to educate and lift up developers in this community. That is our aim, and hopefully we've been doing a good job of that. We want your feedback on that. We want your ideas on that. And also, please, can we have some of your money to do that? That'd be great. A huge thank you again to everyone who's given so much as a dime to the org since we've started asking. It means a lot to the people who run it that we don't have to, shell out for pizza at the holiday party ourselves, and that all we have to give the organization is energy. And we have just a little bit of cushion now. We're looking to make that bigger and be more ambitious, but your individual contributions this year has made an enormous difference, and thank you so much. Yes. 2026, I hear that's coming up. Global Game Jam is the first big event of 2026. It's going to run a lot like it did last year, but at a new location. We're going to be at 2DHQ this year. This link is now active. It has the place to sign up for our site. It has a lot of the information, and there's still some TBDs in there that we'll be filling in as we go. It also has the link to the jam server, where we do all of the jams as our org. Start up early, sign up if you're interested. Talk to folks about their experience if it's new to you. It's a great, fun event. I think we do it right. I'm really proud of us, and we're going to do it again this upcoming year.
Raise your hand if you're planning on participating right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, each of you find a buddy who didn't raise your hand, and see if they're interested. Elections. So it'll be that time again at the beginning of the year. I mentioned this already, but the program committee, aka the IGDATC board, is currently full with 7 members. 4 were elected this year. The other 3 were elected in 2023 or 2024, and their terms end. So they may run for re-election, but if you're interested in serving, please do it. If you want to help this community, if you have an idea, if you don't think you're going to win, that's fine. It's okay to lose this election. That includes current board members. It's okay for them to lose it too, so you don't feel like you're stepping on anybody's toes. Yes. I do want to say huge credit to Rob, who ran trying to get more audio focus as part of the organization. That was what he wanted to do as part of the board. And he didn't win the election, and he did it anyway. Yeah. And I think that's a huge success story. And
Wait, you do music, Rob?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, you can call it music, but it's kind of avant-garde.
So somebody get hired.
Yeah, hire me, please.
so the name of the game is participation, and this is a big mechanism by which we want that from all of you. So even if you're not interested in doing that, talk to people who you think might be interested, and let's get some activity going. So more about that in January. All right, Trenton set up or spearheaded the reemergence of the IGDATC Steam group. Trenton, you want to come and chat about that?
Trent, you should really talk about Bill too.
Oh, I'm gonna talk about Bill actually.
Okay.
Wait, do you know Bill?
I don't.
Oh, okay. No one knows Bill. Okay. So lately I've been, friend swap is a thing. I've been wanting more friend swap in my
Stop
in
the
my life.
trend.
This is why I need a mic. Okay. If you want to play more games with people, as a community, we don't actually play a lot of games together, which is weird because we spend a lot of time going to meetings and things. So I'm like, I'm gonna make a Steam group, and then apparently there's been one since 2008, which I didn't know about, and some dude named Bill. Nobody knows who Bill is. Tracked him down. I'm like, hey, Bill, who are you? It was some guy that went to a meeting like 15 years ago and somehow ended up owner of this Steam group. Anyway, long story short, if you're on Steam, you play a lot of games on there, join the Steam group. I'll be posting about this in the Discord. We can play more games together or just kind of see what other people are playing, chat about it, that kind of thing. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so that's it for the preview. But of course, if there's anything you want to do in 2026, I want to help organize a new event, a workshop. Maybe you want to do a game jam and you want some resources and some help. You want to do things maybe on the Discord. You want to organize some events where people play games together, or stream game dev, whatever. Those are just dumb ideas I have. You have your own dumb ideas, and I want to hear them. So let us know if you have anything you'd like to do. Again, just another pitch for more engagement. Again, name of the game. And of course, if there's anything we're missing, anything we should be doing better, not enough of, too much of, let us know. All right, anyone have any questions? Amazing. Uh-oh, Gaff's got a thought.
Anybody going to the Met tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What is tomorrow? Yeah.
This isn't my thing.
You have the floor, sir.
There's another group that's even maybe older than this group that's been going on in the Twin Cities, which is the people who use computers for making images and animations and all sorts of fun things. And it used to be part of a group called SIGGRAPH. It's more or less now part of a thing called Nice Moves, which is another group that has meetings every month.
Any Nice Moves attendees here?
Yeah. The Met is short for the Minnesota Electronic Theater. For a million years, or 50 years, there's been a thing going on at the National SIGGRAPH called the Electronic Theater, which is people get together and show the cool animations that they've been making. About 30 years ago, we started doing that in the Twin Cities. It's called the Minnesota Electronic Theater. I've been running it for 24 years. It's happening tomorrow at a place called Brewhaven in Minneapolis. It's doors open at 5 and the show starts at 6. If you were to go to minnesotaelectronictheater.org, you would have the address and all the information and all that stuff. What's that?
Theater with the ER.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, it's a bunch of stuff that people have made in town. And we have a jury of, we had 80 submissions this year. People made animations. I think there were at least 30 students. There's student independents and professionals. The reel lasts for an hour and a half, and it's usually really, really good. So if you want to come and see some of the really cool animations that's being done in town and meet some of the people doing it, we're going to get together in a brew pub and watch a bunch of stuff and have fun with each other, similar to this. And coincidentally, for the first time, they're adjacent.
Yeah.
The day after another. We almost always do it on the Thursday after Thanksgiving, and this is almost always on Wednesday. So we all hope to see some of you there.
All right, any other thoughts? And don't think you can get up and promote a thing unless it's tomorrow and your gaff. That's the only special dispensation.
I have a question. So usually our events are on Wednesday, but nothing is going on next Wednesday. Is there anything that I could go to next Wednesday?
Oh, I know. I know.
Okay.
What did I just say? All right, Carl.
All people.
Next Wednesday, My name's Carl. I teach at University of Wisconsin Stout in game design. Next Wednesday, we've got our end of semester showcase. It's called SGX for Stout Game Expo. I put a plug really early into Discord. Come out. It's free. It's open to everybody. It's going to be a showcase of board games, 2D games. One of the classes I'm teaching right now is exploratory games, and so we're going to have different inputs and devices. And a preview of what's happening for the year semester capstone. So you get a preview of that. Come on out. Anybody who's been there before? Was it worth the drive, an hour out? Yeah. Cool. 6 to 9, Wisconsin Stout.
All right, Dean is out of the bottle now, so if you want the floor, it's yours.
Hey, what's up? I'm Rob. I'm part of the Nice Moves previously mentioned group. I'm on the events committee, and so I have purview to what we're planning for next year as a sister organization. It would be super cool if some of y'all could come out. We are animators and animator adjacent, including sound. I would love it if y'all would come out. I'm trying to get more things where these two groups get together because I'm not sure if y'all know this, but animators are also in video games and just regular animation. So it'd be cool to see y'all there. Thanks.
Last question.
Okay.
I like board games. Sometimes I feel like I want to design them. Is there some sort of event that happens nearby that someone could tell me about?
Surely there's someone in this room who could.
It's not. Trevor, talk about your events.
Sure, I'll just say few though. So I'm on a local board game design meetup that meets up twice a month at the Source, just down the road. We're on Saturdays and on the second Saturday and fourth Sunday each month. We get together, play board games for about 4 hours, get a lot of good feedback, a lot of great folks there, a lot of respect, which is great, and a lot of fun is had. So if you feel like coming out, we're on the Source's website, we have our own Discord. I think we make an appearance sometimes at IGDA as well. Yeah, it'd be great to see you as well.
Trent, you said that was the last one.
It's not a question. I just want to thank you. Oh wait, we have one. I was just gonna say thank you, Mark, for putting together the.
There's 2 hands over here. You can thank me again later.
Our people are in the minority here, so if you're hidden out there and you haven't talked to me, come talk to me.
Yeah.
And we want to start building more of that too and work with you guys.
Art.
Nice.
Art people, talk to Joanna.
Alright, so I just want to shout out, there's a lot of y'all here in our Minnesota community that have some great podcasts going. A lot of you probably know about Nice Game Cloud kind of big show.
Yeah, we don't need
Aaron, Andy, he's got his own podcast. Trevor, he's got his own podcast. So talk to him about that and start supporting more local game dev podcasts.
Okay, truly last call. Okay, I did hear that we wanted to do a group photo before we move on to the next section, right? Someone wanted,
Yeah, it's gonna be too disruptive, but I mean, should we go from here or from there?
You're the photographer.
I mean, Cameron fit up here probably?
Well, I think probably from where you are, because we got to get back to
Probably
the.
easier, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of how to like fit everybody in here.
It's a good problem.
Alright, let's see.
You feel comfortable standing on a chair?
Let's see how much we got. Almost. I mean,
More than one photo?
come in, come in. Just a bit cozier on the very side here. You gotta get just a little bit cozier.
I'm having a great time.
Here we go.
All right, that's probably good.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Okay.
Are you gonna post them in the Discord? Probably somewhere good. So
Oh yeah.
$5 a pop, right? All right. Now come to the second half of our program. Sam, you're gonna lead us off.
Yeah. So, everybody, you've just been clapping and celebrating each other's things a lot. Get ready to do a lot of that in rapid fire succession. So, over the last couple months, I've been pestering everybody in the Discord, emailing people, reaching out as much as I can to try and get info on anybody who's released a game on any platform in 2025. So, this is a showcase of games that filled out that form or got back to us. If you are among these developers that has also released a game in 2025, we'll give a little spot at the end of all of our dedicated slides for you to shout out your game. But otherwise, this is just going to be me hyping up and promoting every single game that's been on here. So I'm going to try and go through it as quick as possible while also giving them their due diligence. And can I get a show of hands, people who know that their stuff is on the slides right now? So, everybody, you should, after we're done with our presentation, come over and talk to Kieran, because as commemoration and thanks for your time uplifting game development as a practice in this area and for yourself, we made you a little token. Oh yeah. Let's get that on camera. 2025 release, Midwest Made Games. Ooh la la. So, starting from the top. Oh yes. Look at me. Me. Amazing. The magic of auto tracking cameras. So, our first game that we'd like to shout out, a game about feeding a black hole by Andy Olson / Aramis. Shout out. A short, incremental game about feeding a black hole matter by destroying asteroids, planets, and stars. Available on Steam. Also check out aramis.com. As well from Andy Olson, Hexagon, a satisfying roguelike village builder set in the eye of an apocalyptic storm. Place hexagon tiles, unlock adjacency bonuses, and find powerful relics to create game-breaking synergies. Prove you are worthy of becoming the next hexagon before the storm destroys it all. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Also available on Steam. Blippo Plus by Mark LaCroix / Global Robot. In the top 25 games of the year by many sources, and even higher by other sources.
Inverse said it was better than Silk Song. That's all.
Yeah. Truly, some of the best experiences money can buy. A live-action new wave off-cable TV simulator unlike anything else you've ever played from Mark Delaney and GameSpot. Available on Steam, Itch, and Switch. Check it out at noblerobot.com/blippo or any of those storefronts. Kingdom of Night by Scott Steffies, who just took a wonderful photo of all of us / Friends of Safety. Released yesterday. So go get this on Steam, Switch, GOG, Itch, PlayStation, or Xbox. An isometric pixel art action RPG set in a small Arizona town in the 80s, a cross between Earthbound and Diablo. For time's sake, didn't put any of the videos or trailers or any content up there, but truly, check it out. Really amazing art, really cool gameplay. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tactical Takedown by Charles McGregor / Splinter and Shredder are dead. Help the Turtles tackle deadly new threats in the approach of adulthood in this fast-paced, turn-based beat 'em up. Available on Steam, Switch, and Xbox. Check it out at strangescaffold.com. Hell yeah. And also, from Charles McGregor, More Than You Can Chew, a culinary card game that fuses the pressure of cooking games with the patient strategy of solitaire. Available on Itch. Check it out at gamez.itch.io. We also got Grandma No! Is Ty here? Ty works at our Wall Ride Studios. Step into Grandma's slippers and wreak havoc in this physics-driven comedy where nothing stays under control, and that's exactly the point. Fart, flop, and scramble your way through a game that refuses to behave. Available on Steam. That's Snapshot Spirit Live by Skylar L. Anderson. Play as a jetpack flying photographer named Katie as she hunts ghosts in this educational photography game with minimalist, 1-bit inspired graphics and a Game Boy inspired soundtrack. Available on Steam. Velociblaster by Matt Foreman / Space Age Interactive. Play it over here. A multiplayer VR sci-fi shooter where you blast away your enemies as a sentient velociraptor wielding high-tech blaster cannons, fly with rocket thrusters, master vertical combat, and outmaneuver your raptor rivals to claim victory. Available on MetaQuest and Steam VR. And that corner over there. The hottest spot in town, y'all. Dreadnought by Sarah Zebarth / Leviathan Interactive, a previous Stout Capstone game that has blown up on Steam. Avoid your watery grave in this asymmetrical co-op horror game. Work together to repair the ship, solve puzzles, avoid a deadly creature, and make it back to the surface before time runs out. It's time to sink or swim. Available on Steam. Grim Space, Horror for Your Space RPG by James Ron / Paper Dice Games. A book full of 30 unique handcrafted horror scenarios that can be used for your space RPG. Grim Space was created with Mothership, Alien RPG, Traveler, Stars Without Number, and other space RPGs in mind. Available on DriveThruRPG, itch.io, and Gumroad. Is James here? Aw. James, we're cheering for you. Also from James, Fantasy Sword Solo, Discovery, and Doom. A solo civilization-style game where you'll explore a fantasy landscape full of monsters, discover wanderers hidden in the wilds, expand your civilization, and seek to keep your land safe by exterminating your foes. By the end of the game, you will have written the story of the rise and possibly fall of your civilization. Also available, DriveThruRPG, Itch, and Gumroad. Final Strike by Peter Yang and Lane Davis / Looking for Greatness. A well-beloved deck-building game of last-hitting monsters in an arena, available on Tabletop Simulator and finalizing fulfillment this week with a local retailer. Release is going to Games by James before Christmas. Check it out on their website or play it over here at the board game table. Amazing! Spiders! By RJ White / Soaring Rock Studio. Spiders is a social VR experience where you inhabit a colorful arachnid and climb around finding cocoons to deliver to a nest. Available on MetaQuest. Is RJ? Wonderful game! Echoes of Elysium by Alexander Cooney. Survive the Skies in Echoes of Elysium, a co-op airship survival RPG. Build and customize your floating fortress, gather resources, and explore a vast procedural clockwork world with up to 6 friends. Battleland and Skyborne retreats while uncovering mysteries of a paradise on the brink. I have my own face blocking on my end. Available on Steam. Word Turtle Island by Rob Stenzinger. Rescue books and the galaxy's greatest library. Gentle roguelite RPG and cozy elements. Flexible input, flexible difficulty. Use words as weapons to rescue books and readers in danger from creatures destroying the most powerful library in the galaxy. Available on Steam, Itch, Apple App Store, and Google Play. And a final shout out to our Ludum Dare games, the return of Tom Lander and Gem Jam. Both of these are games made by the IGDATC community members for Ludum Dare 58. Both of these are available on Itch and on web at the following links. Anybody from those teams here right now? Yeah! Amazing! So congratulations again to everybody else! Again! Releasing a game can be a long, arduous, thorough task. Often the final 20% of the process is 80% of the work, as you learn. So this is a huge feat. You know, they all get just one slide in this presentation, but they are all well deserving of your patronage, your support, your enthusiasm, and all that applause you've been given. Love to hear it. Is there anybody in this room that has also released a game in 2025 that wasn't on these slides? If so, please come up. Got the camera right here. Tell us about your game.
Alley-oop. That one.
Ollie-oop. I was wondering if it was 2025.
Skateboard.
Yeah. Ollie, like the skateboard move.
Yeah.
Ollie-oop. About a skateboarding dog. Yeah. Really cute. Anybody else? Going once. Going twice. All right. Oh, yes. Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So if you look up Pico 8 Baby Drop, the much celebrated version of Fruit Drop, you've got storks, they go through the sky, they drop babies, you can catch them. If you don't, they turn into gravestones and eventually graveyard monkeys.
All right. Last call.
Oh, I have something.
Yeah?
Everybody, let's thank Sam for a great.
Yes. Take it away.
It is. All right, there's Buggy Bogey on itch.io. It's a mobile multiplayer game, kind of like Katamari mixed with golf, where you're at a carnival as a little pill bug, and you have to pick up everything in the carnival and reach the end, try and get the biggest ball.
It's very fun. It's got Jackbox style inputs where you join in on your phone, and it's Buggy Bogey, like golf bogey. Anybody else hiding out there?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the presentation going to go up somewhere so we can see all these cool games?
It is currently being recorded and then will be uploaded to the IGDATC YouTube channel, and then we'll probably also post it in the
Discord thread or something.
Yeah, Discord thread for all these would be awesome. All the links and stuff. Yeah? Let's hear it. Go for it. The camera only rotates to about here, so like right there is perfect.
Okay. I released a game as part of an anthology. It's locally sourced Anthology 2, the timeline. For it, I made Nibbing, a meditative game about canoeing the Great Lakes and learning Anishinaabe place names along the way.
Alrighty. I think that's it. Yeah? Anybody else? This is your moment. You got 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Done. All right, it's party time. And finally, yes.
One more picture.
Yes, one more picture.
Just in case. You never know.
Yes.
I got water this time. It is true. Oh yeah. I got everything. Just come in.
And as a reminder, before we lose y'all to the wonderful throes of this awesome party, if you are in this room and are not in our Discord, that is where we post the most info. That is where everything we talk about happens. So join igdatc.org/Discord.
All right, everyone, smile real big. Cheese. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. All right, thank you.
All right. First important, play the Velocipaster. Have fun. And if you release a game, come get your little token